first things first, the title of this video is a lie. I tell you, it is a lie. It is not September, it is October 3rd, Mean Girls Day. And this is not strictly a book haul because there's some DVDs thrown in as well. But screw it. I don't play by the rules. I'm like a daredevil like that. I know, like, too daring. That's what I am. Hello, lovely people. I do apologise for my weird voice. I'm kind of ill, but I'm pushing through because I'm excited about books and, yeah. Essentially, I went to the Gloucester Road charity shops with my dad today, and I bought a load of books, and I just kind of wanted to share, really. So I thought I'd encapsulate the whole of September, because that means I can also talk about some other books that I bought earlier this month that I also really liked. Every time I do one of these videos, I'm like, yes, I really need to stop buying books. Genuinely, this is kind of okay, because the 2 full-price books I bought were like my monthly book allowance, and then the rest of them my dad bought for me from charity shops for bargain prices, so I'm not doing badly at all. It's totally fine. So, first up we have All My Friends Are Superheroes by Andrew Kaufman, which, if you watch Carrie Fletcher's videos, you will already be familiar with this book because it is her favourite book. And I won't lie, that is kind of why I bought it. Because I was perusing Waterstones and had lost the battle with my brain where I was like, you don't need to buy any new books, but the other part of my brain was like, but I want to. So I bought this one because I was like, it's got to be good. If it's this tiny and it's had that much impact on that person, it must be good. And it really was! I've been recommending it to people all the time, and I'm kind of going to lend it out to everyone, I think. Because it is super, super tiny, but it's full of really little cute and quirky and interesting ideas. And just, like, the last page, I just loved that last page. I finished it on my lunch break and I was like grinning all the way back to work because I was just like, oh, that was a good last page. So that was super, super good. And if you haven't already bought it and read it, then maybe do that. Slash, if you're one of my friends, I'll lend it to you because I'm going to lend it out to everybody because it was so good and I want you to read it so I have someone to talk to about it, please. The other book that I bought whilst in Waterstones, caving into my inner self, was You're Never Weird on the Internet Almost by Felicia Day, which was also really, really great. Obviously, I've seen Felicia Day in a whole bunch of shows that I like, and I generally think she's pretty great, but I didn't know a lot about her, really. So this was super interesting to read, just to find out more about her life. She also has a really, really engaging writing style. Like, not to sound super obvious, but it's very similar to how she comes across in all of her vlogs and stuff like that. But it was just like the most fun as a result. Like, it was just absolutely delightful and endearing, and like literally like 10 minutes after I finished reading this, I felt really like slightly forlorn because I was like, oh, I'm just not ready for that voice not to be in my life anymore because it was too lovely. So this was really, really great and I really enjoyed it, and I kind of want to lend this to everyone as well because there were a bunch of people who, when I was reading it, I was like, oh, this person would really like it. I just want to throw books at everyone and be like, read it, talk to me about it. So they were both really, really great. On to the ones that I got today that I have not read yet. Okay, number 1, this is my proudest find of the day. Look at this, right, take a moment with me. Please someone validate this achievement of my life. The Penguin Complete Sherlock Holmes. Look at this. How much was this? How much did you get this for, Sophie? 30p. 30 pence for this entire thing of Sherlock Holmes. I know I've read some of these before as a kid, but I don't really remember. I can remember the stories, but I want to reread them. That's what I'm stumbling my way towards. And now I can, because look at this. Like, I could probably, if a burglar came into my house right now, I could probably do some damage with this, I feel. That's how I rate books. Could I kill a man with it? Very good. So yeah, this was like super exciting find of the day. Gonna work my way through that, definitely. Also from today is As I Lie Dying by Faulkner, which, I won't lie, I don't actually really know that much about, other than the fact, you know those books that are such canonical texts that just them and their author, like the name of them is just like ingrained, you just have knowledge of that. Like I had no idea what it's about. I just sort of went for it because it was 30p as well, and I just thought, why not? So, gonna be interesting. Gonna see what that's like. Another book is I Got Junk by Melvin Burgess, which I have like a really weirdly vivid memory of seeing this and the cover everywhere. Like, I remember this book from my childhood. I remember looking at it in bookshops and being really taken in by the cover because it's so bright and everything. But I think because it was about drugs, I don't think I would have been allowed to get it. And I don't know if I even asked to get it. I don't know if I made that decision, but I've always remembered it. So I thought I would get it, and I'd read it, and I'd see what it's like, really. So that's going to be interesting. If you have read it, I'd love to hear your thoughts, because I gather from the back that it's quite controversial, so I will see. My final book buy of the day, I am super excited about. I found The Prisoner of Heaven by Carlos Ruiz Zafón. Oh, I'm excited, guys. This is the third book in this sort of series. The first one is one of my favourite books ever. I think it's so great. I really like books about books, which is why stuff like The Book Thief is one of my favourite books. I like books that explore writing and storytelling and all of those things. I find that super interesting and wonderful, which is something that Shadow of the Wind does. It's sort of a little bit like, it's quite gothic, and it's like a sort of like a mystery, like a gothic mystery that's all based around a bookshop and books and writing, and oh, it's fabulous. I really love it. Oh, I think it's so good. Like, totally, if you haven't read it, go away, check it out, read it. It's super, super good, and just highly entertaining, and just great, really. The sequel, The Angel's Game, is sort of like a prequel, I think, insofar as it takes place within that universe, but it's set before. And I didn't love that as much. I thought it was fine, but I thought it was fine. I didn't think it was like, oh my god, I want to recommend it to everyone. But it sort of ended quite open, or there was an openness to the ending that I was like, oh! And so this one is set after the events of The Shadow of the Wind, with that main character. And I'm hoping that it's gonna somehow answer my questions about the second one, and just continue that universe anyway, because I'd be interested to read more. So I am super, super excited, and for £2.50 I thought, how could I walk away? So that's super exciting, and I'm very thrilled about this. These are not books, these are DVDs, but they are DVDs that are based off of books, so they totally count to this video, and I'm not actually cheating at all, and it's all fine. They're both classics. I will show them in a moment. When I show them, you probably will be like, Sophie, why did you have to buy these? Why do you not already own these? I don't know. It's a tragedy that I have only just acquired them. But I got The Princess Bride and 10 Things I Hate About You, and I was so excited. I saw them and I couldn't not get them because I just needed them in my life. And I saw them there and I was like, how are you not already in my life? But they weren't, and I needed to rectify that situation. So I have, and now I own them, and it makes me very excited. So, yes, this was just an unscheduled excitement burst, really, because I got overexcited about all of these exciting things. To be honest, that's it, really. I have nothing else to say other than, like, please be excited with me. If you have read any of these and also have thoughts on them, please let me know. Or, again, if you have thoughts on things that are similar to them, also let me know. I'd love to hear. So yeah, I hope you're having a really lovely Saturday and are not slightly gross and ill like me. And I will see you on Thursday.